It's time for Package from China. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to talk about the Pandora Box Arcade Game Station. But this one comes with the main board Pandora Box number 90. So before we're going to take a close look at the stick itself, this is by the way the 8-button version. Let's see what comes with the Pandora Box. It comes with a power supply, the cable we're going to need. Keep in mind, order the right one. USB cable, VGA cable, and last, a very nice, high quality, very long HDMI cable. So it comes with the box itself, so we can plug and play some games. So this is the 8-button version. I just want to point out 8-button version is just in casing. You can buy it with 6 buttons, you can buy a budget version. There are a lot of many different versions if it comes to the Pandora Box casing itself. I just want to point out these are from the official Pandora Box store. They are selling this more like in deluxe Pandora Box versions. So keep in mind you cannot buy them everywhere. The stick itself is not bad at all. They are selling just with, let's say, Samma clone sticks. The buttons are cheap Chinese versions. So if you want to have the ultimate experience, I recommend to buy some Samma buttons in the future if you're ordering a stick like this. So don't expect Samma quality. These deluxe versions come with some extra buttons. This is more for when you hook it up to a PlayStation or Xbox. We have here the pause button, start, and the coin. But if you're buying the cheap version, most of the time you just have 2 buttons for start and coin. So if you look at player 2, we have here the power button. With this casing the power button is over here, but most of the time it's at the back. We have here player 2. But more of the same if it comes to all the buttons. We have the PlayStation button on the other side. We have a start button for, of course, player 2. And this one even has a pause button. So what you can find here, this is the DC input, HDMI out, VGA out, audio out. So if you want to hook it up to, let's say, an arcade machine, it's very nice. Or if you want to have an extra speaker. Volume control wheel, setting button. I'm going to show you later in the video what happens when you're pressing this. And 2 USB connections. Keep in mind, it's not for connecting an extra controller. It's just connecting the Pandora Box to a PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. Alright, so this is what we're going to get inside. I just want to tell you, if you're buying a cheap version, there is no PCB board and all this extra wiring. It's just basic and cable 3, the main board and the buttons and the joysticks. So that is going back to the basics. So this is what we're going to get. And this Pandora Box comes with a black box. It's in quad core, it's the same specifications like all the other versions. So for example the Pandora Box 6 or the Pandora Box 9. But keep in mind we cannot add games with this one. There is no search function. I'm very curious, we have more games, but what did they improve? Or did they just add more games? Let's go and let's find out. Alright, let's take a close look at the games. So the first thing I'm noticing that first page we have running already a homebrew game. We have the King of Fighters 98 and the King of Fighters 98 combo. And this is also new. Hot. What's that supposed to mean? It's hot. Alright, next page. And this is something I've noticed. As you can see here, it's exactly the same game. Only this one seems to be training. Maybe a modified version of something. I booted up, I have really no clue what's new of it. Alright, let's scroll a little bit through the list. I've already noticed there are a lot of homebrew games. And not a lot, a shitload of homebrew games. A lot of familiar games. The collection itself is more a little bit like the Pandora Box 5. There is no way of adding new games. Alright, let's see a great example. Here we have the Street Fighters number 3, all the versions. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, X, and we have in the NC. Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Hyper Turbo. And here we have a lot of revisions or homebrew versions. Yeah. So far I know there is Mortal Kombat 1 on this one, so that is pretty damn awesome. It boots exactly like the Pandora Box 5, so the booting time of, let's say, the normal games was pretty damn fast, but Mortal Kombat exactly the same. The result, let's see if I can find it very quickly. I think I need to cut and paste here with the video, otherwise it's going to be a 10-minute video only with the games. But what you can see already, all King of Fighters 97. Really annoying that you have so many double games. Ah, this was the part I was searching for. If you look at number 315, this is new. We having Sega Megadrive games, and I know there were some arcade Megatech versions. I'm going to try them out, but as you can see here, we have a CN version, we have the changed version. Oh, okay. What the heck just happened there? Street of Rage 3 was not a Megatech game so far I know, but so this is new. So we're having Street of Rage 2 and 3 on this kit, or Pandora box. We have in Contra, all the Golden Axes, even some Final Fights. I'm guessing these are Super Nintendo games. I can already tell you a little bit of a spoiler. There are not, let's say, many Super NES or Megadrive games on it. So, but there were a couple of them that I found between this mess. And as you can see, a lot of plus games and double games. Alright, let's see how this sounds. The emulation itself is not bad at all. It looks very nice. Let's see where my buttons are. Sounds good. It's widescreen, there's no way of putting it 4:3, so keep that one in mind.
Mission 1, start. Heavy machine gun.
Well, let's try the Sengoku 3 Plus Edition. Is this a hack version where you can play with the end bosses? I'm guessing. Cadillac and Dinosaurs. This one was the Bullet Edition or something like that. Speed it up. Okay, never seen that one before. What is it power up? So there is something different. Can't figure out what. Oh, real classic one. I love these old shoot 'em ups or shooting games. Can you blow up this house? Oh, you can blow up the house. That's pretty cool. So this is a very great example. This is the Megatech version. And I really hate the sound of it. The Sega emulation on this thing is way better than this Megatech stuff. It sounds so weird. But it runs really smooth.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
There are some mainboards like the Hero 5 and a ripoff like the Pandora key have some problems with this game. Alright, let's see how this thing runs.
Read
Oh, just go down. Alright, in this part I just want to give you a quick look into the settings menu. Pressing this little button on the back of this mainboard you're getting in this menu, and you can just adjust some little things. Let's start with the EO test, or in other words you can test your buttons and check if everything is mapped correctly. We're having the custom buttons. Here you can swap out the button configuration for all games. So not for one certain game, but for all of the games. I think it's a little bit of a bummer. System configuration, credit settings, how you go out of the menu, and the auto exit, and the quality optimization. It was on this now when playing these games, and when you're turning it off, you're getting the old school pixelated games. Going back, we can see that we can adjust every game, difficulty, lives. We can put it in the favorite list and even edit the game list itself. And for the last, we have bookkeeping, inside speak can be turned off. We have different languages, so that's new. Way more than the 2 languages that are normally on this. Save, settings, and you can reboot your system. So for the final conclusion about the Pandora Box 9D, in overall, it's a good collection. It's not the best. Yes, we got over more than 2,000 games, but we have a lot of double games. So to be honest, it's more like a Pandora Box 5 that is more upgraded. The funny thing is, what I think is very remarkable with this one, if you look at the Pandora Box 9 and the 9D, so far I know the Pandora Box 9D is the only one that have some Sega and Super NES games on it. So that is pretty unique. That would be very awesome that you have all those games included in those Pandora boxes. So this is what you're going to get. It's not the best collection I've seen. It's a very cheap box. But is it an upgrade from the Pandora Box 6, for example? No, not at all. But let me know what you think of this. Really love to know. Well, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and become one of the Wicked family. And hit the little bell because you get notified for upcoming videos. And if you're into gaming, check out the Wicked Gaming channel. See you next time. Bye bye.
Go, 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 go.